Hey guys, welcome back to Big Canoe Earth Sign. Today we are going to do the Meadows connector and the perimeter trail and the Wildcat recreation area. We parked once again off of Wilderness Parkway. This is our guide Migo. Plenty of parking over here at McDaniel Meadows Park right off Wilderness Parkway. There's a lot of people out this morning. It's a Saturday morning, beautiful day in Big Canoe, Georgia in June. So this is a sign for McDaniel Meadows, and it was presented to the Big Canoe property owners by the Big Canoe Company in September 1999, in keeping with the vision of Big Canoe. So really nice. I believe there's also another dog park that we're going to see. Let's look at our Big Canoe Trails guide. So we're down here. We're on the back page of the guide. We only have about 3 more hikes, and then we'll have completed the entire guide, which is very cool. So today we are going to do the Meadows connector, then the perimeter trail. We'll see the Wildcat recreation area, and there is another dog park over here called Diamond Dog Park. So wonderful. We have never been over here, so we're looking forward to exploring it. We'll be back when we have more. So as soon as you set off on the Meadows connector, you have a choice to make. You can go to the left, which I believe will take you back over to the Meadows paths, or you can go to the right, which is going to take you onto the perimeter trail. We are going to make a right because we want to go over to the other dog park over on the purple loop on our map. So this is very lovely. This is one of the few paved trails that we've seen in Big Canoe. So this would be okay if you had a stroller or anything on wheels. You could take here. Wildcat Park is also paved, and those are really some of the few paved trails in Big Canoe. On Meadows Connector, something else we notice, it's a little bit louder than our usual hikes in Big Canoe because it is literally right next to Wilderness Parkway. So it is important on this one, of course, Big Canoe, you have to have your dog leashed, but this one is extra important because you're right next to the road, and also just to be mindful of that. But it is a little bit louder than usual, but it is paved. And so if you're looking for a paved trail, this would be a good one to pick. There's also another parking lot, it looks like, that you can access this one on. But we parked over off Wilderness Parkway at McDaniel Meadows. So on Meadows Connector, there is this somewhat steep hill, which we should point out because we did mention this would be okay for a stroller, and I still think it would be, but going up is going to be a little bit steep. Of course, we are declining right now, so it's not that bad, but on the way back, I could see how this would be a big workout, which we're looking forward to. Nice little footbridge. It doesn't appear that there is any water at this time under the footbridge. There's also a little offshoot over here. We're going to stay on the paved trail. Heading over to the dog park. At the end of Meadows Connector, we see a little sign, and then there's another path that goes that way. It must be a loop. We'll take that on the way back. We can see that the dog park is up here, so we're going to come up to the top and turn left. It looks like there's some dog friends over here. So looking forward to checking this out. This is a really nice dog park. It's fenced in. It doesn't look like they have separate areas for big dogs and small dogs, but we'll look at it a little closer and find out. A really nice dog park. They have chairs. It looks like they have little obstacles for dogs. They have balls. This side of the dog park is shaded, which is nice. And there's a little area for picnic tables. There's even a doggy pool. And of course, it's right next to this paved walking path. Now we are on Perimeter Trail. Just walked past the dog park. This is a really nice trail. You can park at the Wildcat recreation area to access this trail. And it's a little quieter back here. You're not right on Wilderness Parkway, which is the main road in Big Canoe. There's a nice little bench over here. We have all the beautiful birds singing for us back here as well. And it's nice to have that shade. It is mid-June in Georgia in the south, so it's a little warm. I always like to go out early in the morning in the summer before 10 a.m. It's always a good idea in the summer because it gets so hot toward the end of the day, and the like in this case, the asphalt would be too hot for your dog, especially if it's been sunny all day. You have to be careful of the heat in the summer in the south for our dog friends. Great, so now we've come up to a choice. We can either turn left or turn right. If we turn right, we'll be going over to the dog park. If we go left on Perimeter Trail, I believe that's going to take us to the Wildcat connector, and that's what we're going to do. We really want to get over there as well. And it looks like there is a small dog section of this dog park right in the front here. That fenced off area is smaller for small dogs, which is really nice. So you have the option. This is a great dog park. A few people out here this morning. Meadows a little bit on the shy side, and sometimes so am I. So we're gonna just wait and stay on Wildcat Connector and check this out. We'll be back when we have more. Okay, we're still on Perimeter Trail, and it should be noted there's a gravel version, which is right next to the paved version, and this is actually a loop. So this goes all the way around the pool and passes by the dog park. And this is kind of cute. I've seen this a few times. There are little paths, it looks like, to private residences, but just really beautiful job. Somebody created access for themselves to the trail. Really nice. We're coming up on the pool. The pool is open, yay! It's summer in Big Canoe. I'm sure this will be very crowded today. It's a hot day. We see a sign here for the walk path, and this says vehicles only, which is interesting. I guess maybe service vehicles. I would be very surprised to see a vehicle on that path. But yeah, here's this beautiful pool, and there's even a kids park with some, looks like, water buckets and things. Next to the pool, we come up to a sign for Wildcat Park and Wildcat Recreation Area, and we are right over here, and we're going to finish the Wildcat connector and then come back down. We parked back down here, but Wildcat Park is pretty big, and this is the last leg of our venture to go through the official Big Canoe Trails and Parks guide. The sign says Wildcat Park is one of the largest parks in Big Canoe, and there are a lot of activities here. There's actually bocce ball, and there's a soccer field, and there's a picnic pavilion in addition to the dog park and the trails and the playground. There's also a really nice pavilion with an outdoor fireplace over here at Wildcat Recreation Area. It looks like they have all the amenities. They have ice machine, bathrooms, nice basketball courts, playground, and then over here is the bocce area. Looks like there's a lot of bocce courts. It's really nice. Definitely a lot of people over here. Seems to be the most popular amenity that we've seen so far, other than pickleball at Big Canoe. Okay, so it does appear that you can drive on that path that we were just walking on. And we saw a vehicle with a dog. So people must use this path right here to drive down to the dog park. It's one lane. Directly across from the pool at Wildcat is the start of Wildcat Path. They let us know that each number equals 1/10 of a mile. The total loop is 4.1 miles. We are going to do the Wildcat connector right now, which is a little more than half of a mile. Then we'll stop and come back through the recreation area and get back on the Meadows connector. And then in our last video or two, to complete the series, we will do the red loop and the blue loop. But this is really beautiful. There's definitely a lot of activity over here in Wildcat. It also seems to me like perhaps this may be more of the family neighborhood within Big Canoe. Each section sort of has its own vibe, and this one is certainly more of family and kids, which is great. So Wildcat Connector is a really nice path. You are right next to Wildcat Parkway. You actually have to cross over Wildcat Parkway. You have to cross over the street, so just something to be aware of. You have to watch out for cars. But overall, this is really nice and mostly shaded path. And we're turning back around now. We are not going to do red loop this time. We'll do red loop and blue loop to round out our series on the Big Canoe Trails and Parks Guide. We are back at the Wildcat Recreation Area, and we can get a really nice glimpse of basketball courts. They look gorgeous. Really nice court, and the children's play area. It's really nice. And they have balls here too. Okay, coming back down from Perimeter Trail, we are actually going to turn right and just come back the way that we came. We realized, because we saw a sign earlier, that this is for maintenance vehicles, this path, and that's not going to take us back to where we parked at McDaniel Meadows. So we're going to just head back this way. It's getting pretty hot today, but really this is a super fun park. This seems to be the most social of all of the hikes that we've done, which is just wonderful. And you can hear the dogs behind me from the dog park. Heading back to McDaniel Meadows Park, we see the other parking area at Yando Trace, if you put that in your GPS. Looks like there's a few parking places over there. So ending our hike today back at McDaniel Meadows Park, which is really just lovely, and hope that you are enjoying the summer and have fun out there. Thanks for watching.